Hello everyone, I'm Dragons After Dark, and welcome to the Pet Battle Report, your weekly news and information source for all things Pet Battle. This week we're going over some questions about the new content that dropped with patch 10.1.5. Before we get into that though, let's go over everything going on this week on Azeroth and beyond for your pets. Starting off with the Shadowlands, we have the Nelthara Assault, which offers no pets for us to collect, but on Friday evening reset in NA, this will transition to the Night Fae Assault. For the Night Fae Assault, we're looking to have the quest A Shady Place up, which gives you access to the Rift and the treasure for the Infused Ether Worm. Even if it isn't up, you'll still have a chance for the Invasive Buzzer from the Assault Cache. In battle for Azeroth, N'Zoth is assaulting the Veil of Eternal Blossoms, which means the rares The Forgotten will give you a chance for the Pet Cuddly, and Will of N'Zoth for the Corrupted Tentacle. Until the Friday evening reset, the Akir Assault is up in Oldham, where you'll find the rares Skixtraz, who has the chance to drop the Akir Tunneler, and Lord Ajkarai, who drops Rot Breath. Once the Friday evening reset comes along, the new assault will not offer any pet drops from rares. Then for islands this week, we have the Dread Chain, Skittering Hollow, and Ungol Ruins, and for the salvage, it's Yorindal, Rotting Mire, and Snow Blossom. As for the Vol'dun Assault, the next one for NA will be on Sunday at 5 PM Pacific, while for EU, it will be on Sunday at 8 AM Pacific. I'll put a link to WoW info in the description that will display the faction assaults for your local time. This week we have the Battleground bonus event, and this buff to honor can help you on your way to those honor level pets if you still need them. On Monday the 17th, NA will have Squirt in their garrison, so mark that on your calendars for some guaranteed leveling. And I think that's it for the week. First up, let's talk about the Time Rifts. From the Time Rifts, we'll get Paracausal Flakes, which are the currency we'll need for the pets across 7 vendors. Each of the 7 pets will cost 2,750 Paracausal Flakes for 19,250 total. However, don't be intimidated by that number because there are other ways to get them. For the Paracausal Flakes though, you'll get those from a variety of sources for participating in Time Rifts. The most obvious way is killing enemies while doing the event. You'll get between 3 and 30 for each enemy depending on whether or not they're trash or boss mobs. You'll also want to keep an eye out for quests throughout the pre-boss event and in the Rift boss's room. There are 14 quests/items to pick up for Sora Dormi that will reward commendations for her, as well as the flakes. She will also have a weekly quest for you to complete, as well as new quests once you reach new friendship levels with her. Participating in the event also has the opportunity for 3 tiers of reward in the form of chests. If you get into the event at the start, you have the opportunity to collect all 3 chests, but if you enter after a tier has already been collected, you won't get that tier's reward. However, the purple chest box of Collapsed Reality has a chance to drop the pets. You will also receive a chunk of flakes for defeating the Rift boss. Arthas has been the most difficult so far, not just because of the mechanics, but the ungodly lag that's currently going on. The bosses also have a chance to drop the pet that corresponds with their Time Rift. These pets are also cageable, which means they can be put up on the auction house. So that's 4 ways you can collect the pets if you want to use your Paracausal Flakes to purchase them. But that's it for now for the Time Rifts. Before we move on to the Whelp Daycare, let's take a look at our Battle Pet of the Week, selected by the random pet feature on Warcraft Pets, Sandkeep. Sandkeep is a drop pet in Nazjatar from the rare Sandcastle, and the drop rate is about 5%. Sandkeep comes in 1 skin, 1 breed, and is an elemental pet. It doesn't feature heavily in strategies on Zufus, but where it does come up, it's mostly in elemental family strategies. It's one of the few pets that has 2 weather abilities in separate slots, so you can use both Mudslide and Sandstorm. And since it's an elemental, you won't get that reduced chance to hit from Sandstorm's debuff. If it had more power, this might have made a standout pet, but given its power is at 264, you can generally find better options. And while there are only 2 pets with this model, the living sandling and sandkeep, it's basically one of the old models for elementals but with sand instead of water or fire. Overall, it's mostly just a collector pet. And that's it for Sandkeep. Now for the Whelp Daycare. Let's go over some questions that I've seen floating around about it. Can I do this on alts to make things go faster? No, the chain is 100% linear and per character, so you can't cheese the system like with the Falcosaurs and do it on multiple alts to cut the time short. Can I do this on alts to collect duplicates of the pets? Also no. All 11 pets are 1 out of 1 unique, so the best collecting more will do is get you the 30 gold vendor prize. How about for the rewards from the dailies? For me personally, I won't be doing that. The rewards are, no offense, pathetic, so much so that they may as well have not even included them. That being said, if 2 stones or charms are your jam and worth it in your opinion, go for it. How long will it take? If the latest info from Lazy on the PTR is still accurate now that we're on live, it will take 16 days to get the 10 pets from the chain. How many days it'll be beyond that will depend on what Daycare Derby daily races come up for us to get the meta achievement pet, Axel. So overall, probably 19 plus. I missed a day. Will I still be able to do the dailies after the chain is finished? Yes. Once you complete the chain, you'll have one of each daily type each day. Whelp Play, Daycare Tasks, and Daycare Derby, so don't sweat if you miss some days. However, keep in mind that they are not on a fixed rotation, so it will be random, so you might have to wait some time if you miss a day and that daily was up and you needed it. And I think that's about it for the Whelp Daycare. If you have any questions about it that I didn't cover here, feel free to post those in the comments below. I'll also be posting a link to the Zufu's compilation article that goes over the quests and so on in more detail. Before we go over the last couple of pets, I want to give a strategy shout out to No Gulp Frog's 9-round, 1 minute 15-second strategy against Body Sunwaver. It is absolutely chef's kiss, and of all the fights I did, which helped me level 2 characters during the Winds of Sanctuary / Dark Moon Fair week, it only failed once when I got hit by like 4 crits in a row, which is super out there odds. The only caveat is the Crimson Geode is breed restricted to the Pure Power breed, but it is well worth heading to Deep Home to farm for one. So a big thank you to No Gulp Frog for such a great strategy, and I'll have that linked below for anyone interested. The last couple of pets from this patch for this week are quest pets. The first one, Kabluey, is a standout favorite of mine since it's a tribute to Robin Williams' genie from Disney's animated Aladdin. It also tells jokes each time it's summoned, and they are definitely dad joke material. The chain for this pet starts with Tempo in Eon's Fringe with the Chronosmith. I'll link their coordinates down below, but if you want a full view of the chain, that can be found in the Zufu's compilation article and on Kabluey's pet page. It'll take maybe more than 5 minutes to do, like just a little over 5, since it's a very short chain. The second pet is the adorable Nelthara. Nelthara is a class and spec-specific pet for augmentation evokers. Your evoker will need to be level 70, and you'll need to be spec'd into augmentation. If you're having issues with the quest coming up once you spec into augmentation, try heading into Valdrakken if you're not there. And if you are, head into the building with the teleport for the Seat of the Aspects, then back down the stairs until you see Valdrakken pop up on your screen. The chain is only 3 quests long, and while it doesn't matter what spec you are when doing the first 2, you will need to be an augmentation spec for the third since it requires you to use 2 of your augmentation abilities. After the third one is complete, you'll have Nelthara. Grats! Before we go, this may or may not be pet news, but there are some mysterious arrows pointing around Valdrakken and a few in Thaldraszus. The secret finders are working to see what it might be connected to, and I know I'm hoping that maybe it's a little secret on getting Blub. So Blub is the retail version of the Wrath pet that they'll be getting on the 24th, and it is a cute little fish that goes with the most recent mount we got for the 6-month and 1-year subs. So that's what I'm hoping for, or maybe it's even the starry fox that was data mined but hasn't quite appeared anywhere. Hopefully they can puzzle it out and we'll find out soon. And that's going to be it for me today. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. I'll also have all the pertinent links available on my tweet, the podcast, as well as in the description once it's uploaded to Spotify and YouTube. Until next time, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and happy battling!